The Rolling Stones, more Chuck Berry, who is De La Reese, whatever Chum and Corey are trying very hard to do their job. My dad thinks vinyl is getting cool again, and he wants me and Chum to go through all the old records and pull out some classic rock ones to display in the shop. Haven't you guys got this stuff out yet? Man, most of this stuff just sucks. There is some cool stuff that'll sell all right. Here we go, Rolling Stones. Rick is looking forward to making huge money off his album collection. What about the Yellow Submarine? Definitely a cool album. What about Meet the Beatles? Careful with that one, it's worth a lot of money. Nothing sounds as good as selling vinyl. There's another box down there. Well, these are all the damaged ones that got warped 'cause they ain't stored right. Gives me a good idea you wanna play a prank on my dad. I think that's a pretty good idea. Rick, Corey, and Chum are suspecting a customer to be Steve Carell. Is that Steve Carell? I think it is. Is that Steve Carell? He's shorter than that. All right, I'll go ask him. Are you Steve? I'm not. Okay, yeah, I thought he was a lot shorter. The hell is that supposed to mean? What do you mean, a lot shorter? Everybody thinks I'm 5 feet 8 inches. So you are Steve Carell? No. Steve is looking for some World War II items at the shop. I would like to buy something, the World War II knife and a bottle opener and a corkscrew. I've been in the market for a World War II diver's knife for a while. So what would a diver use this for? Diver Wars? I didn't know that divers' knives had a special subsection. Rick gives a price for the item, and Steve tries to bargain. $2,500. Okay, you know what? It seems a little low. I will give you $4,000. You know what? I'm going to play along. How about $5,500? $3,200. That's a deal. $6,000. I think I'm going to be back in the shop tomorrow. I've got some stuff I want to sell, namely this jacket. Chum and Corey go back to organizing the albums in the shop playfully. Vinyl's making a comeback. Maybe we'll sell some of the stuff. You know, back when I was a really just the Beatles album. You know what, Chum? You're paying for it. I am sick and tired of you breaking stuff around here. This is just like a remake or something, right? One of the more expensive albums we have. Chum, what's wrong? Why are you mad at me? Because the joke's on you. It's a Billy Ocean record. That's good. Chum, I hate these guys. Corey tries to recognize a public figure who is at the pawn shop for a Mark Twain signature piece. I was wondering if I might look at that Mark Twain signature piece. Katie Holmes? Although I'd like to look like Katie Holmes. Winslet? Kate Winslet? Really? Katy Barry? Definitely no. Rick arrives at the scene. He instantly recognizes Katie Couric and assists her with the purchase. I got this. Great, Katie Couric. How's it going? Your employees are not particularly helpful, I gotta be honest. So tell me about this. He used to give these out. He'd scratch little things on a card, sign it, and I read a lot of Mark Twain in college. Love his work. I love his sense of humor. Katie asks for a price, and it doesn't take her too long to convince Rick. How much are you looking for this? $20,000. I'd give you, what about $12,000? Deal. Really? Sold. It's not every day we get Katie Couric in here. Give me 5. A lady enters the shop with a very colorful guitar, and Rick doesn't spare a single second after discovering who the guitar was painted by. So I'm assuming this is a guitar, not a gun? Special guitar. It is very colorful and beautiful too. Painted and played by Phil Collen of Def Leppard. So how much did you want for it? $10,000 for it. An expert is called to the shop for evaluation. Let me call a buddy of mine to check it out. Jackson Guitars, a lot of the more metal kind of guys and AD guys gravitated towards them because they're known for being extremely fast-playing guitars. You can dive bomb on this guitar, and the guitar will stay in tune really well. I could only appreciate it, but it has not been played. Has not been played. Okay. Number 3 is artist proof, probably one of the ones when he was trying to figure out how to do the paint. The expert suggests a price for the item. From the factory without the paint, I mean, This is a $3,000 guitar if you were to just go by his signature guitar. But dude, being an artist proof and everything like that, and he's a very well-known guitar player, very respected guitar player, $10,000 to $12,000, probably. Later, the artist himself arrives at the shop to authenticate the item. I know somebody that knows quite a bit more about the artwork. I called him, and he's on his way down here to check it out. Okay, whoa. Oh my god. No freaking way. So did you paint this? It looks like I've done 30 of these. 30th anniversary, and for that, I splash painted 10 more like practice run ones in Japanese. Oh, that as well? Yeah, that says Phil in Japanese. This is one of the ones you did. Well, yeah, this is definitely one of the ones. Phil plays the guitar to check if it works. Applause. Works, definitely works. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. The negotiation with the seller continues afterward. So what's your best price on this? $10,000. Let me give you $8,000 for it. $9,000. Let me give you $8,500 bucks. I'll do it. I'll meet you right over there, and we'll do some paperwork. Sounds good. Mike has brought a very important sword to the shop for Rick. Got a surprise for you. Okay. 2 years ago, I sent a samurai sword to Japan to get fully restored. I can't wait to see this. There we go. Oh, that's nice. It took a little while because I had the best of the best work on it. The blade itself was made right around 1500. Right. Changed the casing to a new one here. Done with real Japanese urushi lacquer made out of poison sumac the old traditional way. 1,600 fittings. We gave it a nice new look. Rick asks for the sword's price, but Mike is not ready to put the item up for sale. So what's it worth? It's all in perfect condition, $35,000 to $40,000 territory. It's not for sale. I'm just putting it in the case. $16,000 worth of merchandise. It's absolutely amazing. Do not screw my sword up. Just going to put it on display. All right. Corey and Chum decide to rebel as soon as Dana White steps into the shop. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, buddy? Good. I'm building this weapons room in my house, and what I'm really looking for today is a sword. Do you have any samurai swords in your collection? No real ones, no. What? We have a samurai sword over here, and we can trace it all the way back to the samurai family. That's perfect. This sword is from the 1600s. It looks like it was made just yesterday. The word samurai means to serve. Chum puts a price tag on the sword, and negotiations begin. Something like this is $40,000. Very hard to come by, right? I'll give you $28,000. I started a little high, so I had room to negotiate, but $35,000 is about where I'm sitting. I'll take this for $30,000, and I'll buy every one of those swords that you showed me over there too. It's all on you, buddy. That's a deal I can't refuse. It's going to take me a little while to package everything up. Can you come back in a little while? Rick was not happy about the deal, so he instantly meets up with the customer to cancel it. Why is my sword out here? First off, that is no longer your sword. I sold it for $33,000 and an additional $30,000 worth of stuff. Is the customer still here? Why don't you go tell them you can't buy it? I will. Hey, Dana. I'm assuming you're the one who bought my sword. Yeah. Took me 2 years for that sword to go to Japan and get it back. It's beautiful. It's awesome. Rick has a different sword in store for Dana, and another deal strikes. So I have another sword I just bought. You want to see that one? Yeah. I actually like it like this, beat up and old. How much for that one? I'll take $10,000 for it. Belonged to a lord in the Japanese Civil War. Will you give it to me for $8,000? Can we do $9,000? Yeah, I'll give you $9,000 for it. Cool, man. A couple is at the pawn shop to sell something really exciting. These are the trunks worn by Titus O'Neil at Money in the Bank when he won the Tag Team Championship belt. Hey, Rick. I think I got your new bathing suit over here. I don't think that's my size or my style. Rick doesn't get what he's seeing, so Chum explains the item to him. What is that? This is from Titus O'Neil. These are wrestling trunks. Says his name right there, prime time players in the back. That was his tag team. If you're going to have a piece of Titus memorabilia, this is probably the piece that you want to have. He definitely has history right here in Florida. Titus played college football here in Florida, and he even played for the Jacksonville Jaguars before he was a wrestler. Are they worth anything?